Hi everyone, glad to see you again. Welcome back to my channel Cyber Network. Hey everyone, Linus here. Today, we're going to explore a topic that sits at the intersection of curiosity and caution. We're diving into the world of hacking Wi-Fi passwords. It's a subject that's both fascinating and a little bit scary, but also incredibly important to understand in our digital age. But before we get started, huge disclaimer. This information is for educational purposes only. We're not here to encourage any illegal activities. Think of it like learning how a lock works. When you understand the mechanics of a lock, you gain insight into how to protect your own belongings. You could use that knowledge to pick locks and break into places, bad. Or you could use it to become a locksmith and make things more secure, good. The same principle applies to Wi-Fi hacking. Understanding how Wi-Fi hacking works can help you fortify your own network against potential intrusions. It's about using knowledge responsibly. Our goal here is to learn how it's done so you can better protect yourself, not so you can go rogue on your neighbor's internet. By understanding the methods hackers use, you can take steps to safeguard your own Wi-Fi network. Seriously, don't be that person. Nobody likes that person. Instead, be the person who uses their knowledge for good, to help others, and to create a safer digital environment for everyone. There are many ways to secure your Wi-Fi network, from installing antivirus software to setting up a strong firewall and regularly updating your router's firmware. Educate yourself continuously. Attend workshops, read books, and stay updated on the latest cybersecurity trends. Knowledge is power, but only when used responsibly. Join community events and discussions about cybersecurity. Share your knowledge and learn from others. Together we can create a more secure digital world. So let's dive in with the right mindset. Remember, knowledge is a tool, and it's up to us to use it for good. Let's make our digital spaces safer for everyone. All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say, the penguin on your hard drive, Kali Linux. This operating system is like the Swiss Army knife of cybersecurity professionals, and let's be honest, some not-so-ethical hackers too. It comes preloaded with a ton of tools for penetration testing, network analysis, and yes, even cracking Wi-Fi passwords. Think of it like this. If you want to build a house, you need tools. Kali Linux is like a giant toolbox full of everything you need to explore the world of cybersecurity, for better or for worse. Now, let's meet one of the stars of the show, aircrack-ng. This tool is a staple in the Wi-Fi hacking world. It's designed to test the security of your wireless network by capturing data packets flying through the air, and then analyzing them to crack the password. Imagine someone eavesdropping on a conversation to figure out a secret code. That's kind of what aircrack-ng does, but with Wi-Fi signals instead of whispers. Don't worry, we'll get into how it works later on. Okay, so how does aircrack-ng actually crack your Wi-Fi password? It's a fascinating process that involves a mix of patience, skill, and computational power. Well, it's a bit like trying to guess a combination lock. Imagine standing in front of a lock with thousands of possible combinations. You have to try each one until you find the right sequence that opens it. Aircrack-ng waits for your router to send out something called a handshake. Basically, a way for your device and the router to confirm they're on the same page. This handshake is a crucial part of the Wi-Fi communication process. This handshake contains clues about your Wi-Fi password. Think of it as a small piece of the puzzle that, when combined with other pieces, can reveal the entire picture. Aircrack-ng captures this handshake and then uses some fancy algorithms and brute force techniques to try different password combinations until it finds the right one. Brute force means it systematically tries every possible password until it hits the correct one. The time it takes to crack the password depends on a few things, like the strength of your password and the processing power of the attacker's computer. A weak password can be cracked in minutes, while a strong one could take days, months, or even years. But the takeaway is, the stronger your password, the longer it takes to crack. A complex password with a mix of letters, numbers, and special characters can significantly increase the time required to break it. To protect yourself, always use strong, unique passwords for your Wi-Fi and other accounts. Consider using a password manager to keep track of them. Additionally, enabling two-factor authentication can add an extra layer of security. Education is also key. Understanding how these attacks work can help you better defend against them. Regularly updating your knowledge about cybersecurity can make a big difference. Implementing robust security measures like firewalls, antivirus software, and secure network configurations can further protect your Wi-Fi from being compromised. Don't forget to keep your router's firmware updated. Manufacturers often release updates that patch security vulnerabilities. Placing your router in a secure location can also prevent unauthorized physical access. In the end, it's all about creating a secure environment for you and your family. By taking these steps, you can ensure that your Wi-Fi remains safe from potential threats. Remember, patience and vigilance are your best allies in the fight against cyber threats. Stay informed, stay secure, and enjoy the peace of mind that comes with knowing your network is protected. Reaver, the WPS weakness exploiter. Now, aircrack-ng isn't the only tool in the Kali Linux arsenal. Let's talk about Reaver. Remember that handy WPS button on your router that lets you connect devices without a password? Well, Reaver exploits a potential vulnerability in WPS to guess the PIN code associated with your router. Once it has the PIN, it can basically bypass your Wi-Fi password altogether. It's like finding a backdoor key to your house, not exactly subtle, but effective if you know where to look. Why you should care about this even with your super strong password? Now you might be thinking, Linus, my Wi-Fi password is like 20 characters long with a mix of uppercase, lowercase numbers and special characters. I'm good, right? Well, you're definitely off to a good start. A strong password is your first line of defense, but here's the thing. Even the strongest passwords can be vulnerable if other security measures are lacking. Plus, there are always new vulnerabilities being discovered, so it's important to stay informed and keep your defenses up. Level up your Wi-Fi security. Tips and tricks. Alright, enough doom and gloom. Let's talk about how to actually protect yourself from these Wi-Fi hacking shenanigans. It's easier than you might think, and with a few simple steps you can significantly boost your network security. First and foremost, use a strong, unique password for your Wi-Fi network. This is your first line of defense against intruders. A strong password should be at least 12 characters long and include a mix of letters, numbers, and special characters. And no, password 123 doesn't count. Get creative. Think of something that's hard to guess but easy for you to remember. You can use a password manager to generate and store complex passwords for you. Secondly, disable WPS if you're not using it. WPS, or Wi-Fi Protected Setup, is designed to make it easier to connect devices to your network, but it can also be a major security hole. That little button might be convenient, but it can also be a major security hole. Hackers can exploit WPS to gain access to your network, so it's best to turn it off unless you absolutely need it. And finally, make sure your router's firmware is up to date. Router manufacturers regularly release firmware updates that include security patches to fix known vulnerabilities. Updates often include security patches that can fix known vulnerabilities. Regularly checking for and installing these updates can help protect your network from new threats. Think of it like installing an alarm system on your house. Better to have it and not need it, right? Just like you wouldn't leave your front door unlocked, you shouldn't leave your Wi-Fi network vulnerable. Another great tip is to use a VPN, or virtual private network. A VPN encrypts your internet connection, making it much harder for hackers to intercept your data. This is especially important if you're using public Wi-Fi networks, which are often less secure than your home network. A VPN can provide an extra layer of security and peace of mind. You can also set up a guest network for visitors. This keeps your main network more secure by isolating guest devices from your personal devices and data. It's a simple step that can make a big difference in protecting your network. Plus, it allows you to control the level of access your guests have to your network. Regularly review your network security settings. Make sure you're using the latest encryption standards, like WPA3, and disable any features you don't need. By following these tips and tricks, you can level up your Wi-Fi security and enjoy a safer, more secure online experience. Stay vigilant and stay safe. The importance of ethical hacking and responsible knowledge. Before we wrap things up, let's talk about the bigger picture. Understanding how hacking works is crucial for developing stronger security measures. That's where ethical hackers come in. These are the good guys who use their knowledge to find vulnerabilities before the bad guys do. helping to make the internet a safer place for everyone. So, if you're interested in cybersecurity, remember to use your powers for good. Wrapping it up, stay safe, stay informed, and there you have it. A crash course on Wi-Fi hacking with Kali Linux. Remember, the tools themselves aren't inherently good or bad. It's all about how they're used. By understanding the methods hackers use, you can better protect yourself and your data. Stay safe, stay informed, and keep those passwords strong. Thanks for watching and learning with us. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. We value your feedback. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tech insights. Cyber Network.